What is up, guys? I am the Senator, and today I'm going to be showing you how some operators, when paired with one another, make an insanely deadly combo. Okay, so some of the operator pairs in this video will make great pairs if you're someone who just likes to play ranked and likes to play somewhat competitively, and some of the operator pairs in this video aren't so serious, but they make playing casual a lot more fun. And obviously there are multiple combinations of operators that make a great team in this game, but in this video I kind of want to just focus on duos that could be great for pretty much any map or any site that you play on. And let me know down below which duo you think is insanely OP, and I might feature it in another video. So enough with the intro, let's just dive right into it. Starting this list out, we have Clash when combined with either Legion or Melusi. Now, this is an insanely toxic duo that I love playing on defense. Clash goes great with Legion because if an attacker hits a goo mine and they are near a Clash, they're really screwed. They're going to be taking damage from the goo mine as well as Clash and being slowed down by the goo mine as well as Clash. And if the attacker attempts to take out the mine, then Clash can just whip out her secondary or even fake that she's pulling out her secondary in order to stop the attacker from completing the animation of them pulling out the goo mine. And Clash is also insanely OP with Melusi for a similar reason. Both operators slow down the attackers, and when you consider the most convenient way to take down a Clash is to melee her shield, if you have a device like a Banshee keeping the attackers from getting closer to the shield, it makes it much harder to take down a Clash. Next we have Smoke with Wamai or Jaeger. You can substitute them both, but I actually prefer Wamai with Smoke. But Smoke goes great with both these projectile stoppers when you consider how important it is for Smoke to keep his deployable shield. Smoke needs his deployable shield like Mira needs her windows. How long a Smoke player lasts and how effective he can be at entry denial and plant denial can come down to whether or not he still has his deployable shield up. Jaeger and Wamai both do a great job at keeping his shield up so Smoke can do his job. And this is one of the many reasons as to why Wamai is one of the best anchors, because he also has a deployable shield. So he has a primary gadget built to protect his secondary gadget, which happens to be the strongest secondary gadget in the game. Okay, so next on the list we have Fuse and Ying. And this is one of the duos that you may not see in ranked, but is so fun to use in casual. Seeing as though that you can use your Candelas to the floor similar to Fuse, you can completely blind everyone on sight while Fuse rains hell from above with his 4 cluster charges. Again, not a play you would typically see in ranked, but something that is very fun to do in casual. Okay, next we have Goyo and Kapkan, and most of us are aware of this considering that when Goyo was released less than a year ago, everyone was talking about how great a combo Goyo and Kapkan are. But what makes this combo so great is that you have to consider that bringing this pair will either result in the attackers wasting their utility, like their breaching rounds or grenades, or they will die from vaulting the shield, hitting the EDD, blowing up the shield, and then killing themselves. And even though Goyo isn't nearly as strong as he was whenever he was released, this still makes a very good pair on some maps. Okay guys, pausing the video for a second to remind you to hit the like button because that actually helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more Rainbow Six Siege content. Next we have the insanely OP combo of Mute and Mozzie. And again, most of us are aware of this combo, but I can't make a video about operator duos without mentioning the Mute Mozzie combo. In a game that relies so heavily on information, and the only form of information gathering that the attackers really have consists of just drones, bringing 2 operators that completely counters droning is so strong. This combo forces attackers to go in blind, which puts them at an extreme disadvantage. Okay, so next we have the combination of Melusi and Wamai, and in my opinion this is probably the strongest combo on this list when you consider how powerful the Banshee is, and you consider how great Wamai is at hiding his magnets. An area where Wamai is so much better than Jaeger comes in his ability to hide his magnets to where the attackers will not see it. This will force the attackers to waste your utility considering that they are unaware of a well-hidden magnet. So placing these near the Banshees will put attackers in a vulnerable position to where they have to melee the Banshee in order to destroy it. And so placing a Banshee in the middle of a long corridor like you'd maybe see on Villa, and then hiding a magnet near that Banshee will force the attackers to actually walk down the hallway and try to melee it in order to get rid of it, putting them in an extremely vulnerable position. Okay, so now we got Thatcher and Callie with the hard breachers of Thermite, Ace, and Habana. And I'm not going to go into this one. It's obvious. The only reason it's here is because somebody's going to complain how I didn't put it in this video, but we all know this is the combo So let's just, get this over with. They're great. We know this. Let's continue. Okay, next we have Clash with Doc or Rook. And Clash pairs great with our ACOG boys Doc and Rook because these GI Gen operators can hide safely behind Clash's shield in the same way that an attacker would hide behind Monty's shield when trying to push into sight. But being as though they're on defense, it is much stronger. Doc or Rook can hide safely behind the shield that they can see through and know when to peek the attackers, and can do so from a significantly long angle when you consider that they both have ACOGs. So if you see that somebody's running Clash, bring a Doc or a Rook, but preferably a Doc, considering that Clash is probably going to take some hits and her longevity is important to winning the round. So next on the list we have Yana paired with either Ashe or Zofia, and Yana really goes well with anyone running the entry frag position, but typically Ashe and Zofia will be filling that role. But anyways, Yana is able to drone in for the entry fraggers, and the entry fraggers will get immediate feedback as to where the defenders are whenever Yana's drone gets shot. And this allows fraggers to essentially get the refrag off the drone. And it's this aspect of Yana that makes her one of the more underrated operators in this game. And essentially, it's like you're trading out, but you won't lose that teammate because obviously it's just a drone. Okay, so now we got Maestro and Wamai. There's really nothing much to say about this pair, but the reason I'm putting this pair together is for the same reason that Wamai and Melusi are so great together. The ability to hide magnets will ensure the attackers will waste utility when trying to clear Evil Eyes. That must be cleared if the attackers plan on planting the diffuser. Next we have Bandit and Kaid, and when looking at both Bandit and Kaid, these operators go great together for whenever Bandit is trying to trick the wall. Typically, whenever you try to Bandit trick, the EMP will get the batteries, and then Bandit has to try to listen as to which wall the exothermic charge is going on. But in the off chance that Bandit can't hear it, Kaid can safely throw his electrical claw on the opposite wall to make sure that the exothermic charge does not go off. So if you're someone that's really not that great at Bandit tricking, or you're trying to get better at Bandit tricking, bring a Kaid just in case. And as for the last pair in this video, we have Jackal with Lion or Jackal with Dokkaebi. And this last pair is extremely toxic, and what makes Jackal and Lion so good together is that whenever Jackal scans a roamer, the roamer's immediate reaction is to get as far away from that ping as possible. However, with a Lion scan, they cannot move without being scanned again. So there will be about a 5-second window where you know exactly where the roamer is, because they're either going to be moving and getting scanned by the Lion, or they're going to have to stay still and they will be on the ping that the Jackal was able to scan. And Jackal is also great with Dokkaebi for a similar reason. If Jackal scans a roamer, that roamer will want to move, but if Dokkaebi calls during the scan, the roamer will either have to stay in one position to turn off his phone so everyone will know exactly where he is by the ping of the Jackal, but if the roamer moves, you'll be able to hear which direction he is going because of the Dokkaebi logic bomb. And so that's about it for this video. I know there are probably a lot more amazing duos and trios out there, but these are just some of my favorites, and so whenever you're duo queuing with a buddy, try some of these out. Also, let me know down below what are some of your favorite operator combinations. If this video does well enough, there may be a part 2 where I go over some more great operator combos. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see another one, make sure to hit that like button. But anyways, thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. I am the Senator, and as always, have a good one.